Okay, so I'm just going to kind of put this out as a message in the bottle. Um, I recently bought a new printer to replace an old printer that had stopped printing properly, and I used AI to help me find what would be a reasonable printer. I was looking for one of these new printers that's got a larger ink tank. Because I don't like buying those little cartridges and then you have to replace them and it costs a lot. So I thought I was prepared to pay a bit more and get a printer with a bigger ink tank. And I asked around and shopped around and looked around, and this is what I came up with. I thought about the Canon Pixma G3570, which is kind of big looking machine. But it was rather more than I paid for my last printer, but it was coming with big ink bottles. And if you look at the lady's picking up something from the print tray, and obviously it's printed on both sides and works okay. And this is what it looks like when I got it out of the box with the old one. I've got this Canon one with its four great big ink bottles, and my old Epson printer with its four little print cartridges. And although it looks like it's printed there, that's actually a page from the new Canon printer. And the old Epson, it just wasn't printing anymore properly. So it was time to get a new machine. So all that's great. So and look at those great big bottles. It was a little bit difficult figuring out. The instructions weren't that great. It was a little bit difficult figuring out how to get the little print cartridges in place. I couldn't see where they fitted. But the instructions were basically a QR code, and you download a manual, and it tells you you lift up this the top, and you put those bottles in one at a time or a couple at a time, and you just turn them upside down, and they go glug 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 glug, and the machine takes the whole bottle and fills up, and you're up and away and printing. Fine, or so I thought. And then came the time when I wanted to print on both sides of the paper, and I couldn't find the option. I'm using a MacBook Air. I downloaded a driver from, as recommended, from Epson's site, and I couldn't find the bit that said print on two sides anywhere. And it's strange. I went away, left it for a few days, came back, thought, I've got to find that. It's got to be somewhere. So I looked, and it wasn't anywhere. Um, and so I discovered two things. On the left, this is from Amazon's website. Our Wi-Fi printers for home use have a paper-saving auto two-sided printing, right? And that's on the page for this particular printer. But somewhere else, Rufus, Beta, whatever that is, the Canon Pixma G3570 series printer does not support automatic double-sided printing. You will need to manually reinsert the paper to print on the second side. What? Um, this is, I've just paid twice as much as I did for my last little printer, and that printed on two sides easily. And this one, I've got to reinsert the paper. Well, suppose it's the other side of the room and I just want to print four sheets with double-sided. Then I've got to go, come on, I don't like that. So what am I going to do? Um, um, I, I'm thinking I'm confused. I don't know what to do. So at some point, I actually called up, if I can find it, I called up Canon support. Would you like to discuss our products? Yeah, what would you like help with? Product troubleshooting. Um, I'm trying to get my new Pixma G3570 to duplex print from a MacBook Air. The printer does not have auto duplex, I'm afraid. You need to do it manually. Well, that's not what it says on Amazon. It's a red line for me, a deal breaker. So I guess I'll take it back. What do they say? Oh, and I say I love the big ink tanks, but it's a deal breaker not being able to print on two sides. I see. Sorry for that. Me too. Can't imagine why Canon would make a printer lacking this basic function. I understand. Apologies. Nothing more. Okay, bye. Um, so I had the box. I didn't actually get it from Amazon. I got it from a local store in Bristol. Put it on the carrier on the back of my bike. It was a little strapped down. It just about worked. Didn't fall off. Cycled over to the store, took it in, gave them the receipt, and they gave me a full refund without a murmur. But it felt awful. I felt kind of devastated taking a brand new, high quality, absolutely working printer back because it didn't do what it says on the box. And it's like, am I going to keep this? Is there somewhere I could give it as a charity? No, I mean, how am I going to, what am I going to do about this? I would love to hear from someone at Canon about why you would make a printer like this and not have it print full duplex. You can pay more, you can pay another £100 and get a model that has big ink tanks, I believe, and full duplex. But at the moment, I'm sort of sitting back and thinking, why me? Why did this happen to me? I'm going to leave the somewhere to contact me in the. I'm going to post this on YouTube and see if anybody's got any thoughts, comments. It just seems crazy that you have a printer that, and you can get a printer half this price that will print full duplex from Canon, but it's just got those little cartridges and not the big ink tanks. Uh, it seems crazy. I don't know what's going on. I'm disappointed. I feel a bit foolish that I didn't manage to get a printer that I do want. I'm not sure what printer to get now. Silly, isn't it? I'm sort of a bit flabbergasted. Um, but there you are. A beautiful printer, prints very nicely, but doesn't print on two sides from a drop down on my in my software. It ought to be print, double-sided, 4 pages, 4 copies, pages 1 to 3 or 2 to 4, whatever. You should just be able to do it. And it's not there in the printer box because it's not there in the hardware, but you can go to Amazon and look it up and it says, oh, yeah, yeah, all our printers full duplex. And then, yeah, but it's manual. Well, full duplex, that isn't manual. That isn't manual. So you take the paper out and you put it through again. That's not duplex printing. That's printing twice. Okay, end of. So this is a bit of a whinge. It's a bit of a despair. It's a bit of a reaching out. I'm interested to know what other people think, if anybody thinks anything, if anybody's going to respond to this. But I'm going to put it up on YouTube, just like a message in a bottle, and see if anything comes back. If you do respond, thank you very much. If you've got any thoughts, thank you very much. If you're from Canon and you want to reach out and tell me why you did this or what you think I should do, I'd love to know. Yeah, talk to me. Thank you. Okay, bye. Stop recording.